I'm about to explode. You don't need someone to hold me. They cannot hold.
It's week 5 of the 2022 season, and we'll see Nick Bolton. He put up numbers last week with a 9-tackle performance. It's the Chiefs and the Raiders on Monday Night Prime Time.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us in a very rainy Kansas City, Missouri at venerable GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium. Tonight we wind up week 5 with a good battle between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Kansas City Chiefs. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Chiefs ball club. They come in on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight.
And going back through the tape, I thought they looked pretty good last week. It was a solid win, a comprehensive win.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Raiders, they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4. Strap in, this will be a good one. 2 one-loss teams getting together as they're underway on EA Sports. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. As the Raiders take over on offense, we get to see the man who has been the leader of this team for 9 seasons now, under center Derek Carr.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Now, first carry for the former Pro Bowler, Josh Jacobs. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. A check on Jacobs from a week ago. 15 carries, 97 yards, and a touchdown.
After the last game, they have plenty of reason to be confident in their running game. And even though they're facing a top 10 defense, they're not going to shy away from doing what they do best. Make them adjust to them. Make them stop what they do before they go to any type of a change-up.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 7 yards there and a first down.
2021 was the first time Jacobs played that he failed to reach 1,000 yards in the season. But the scoring didn't slow down at all. Still finished with 9 touchdowns in 15 games, and his 28 touchdowns since he entered the league are the 5th most in the NFL.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Carr. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them, and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
Time to get our first look at one of the star faces of the NFL, Patrick Mahomes and his Kansas City offense. Really the gold standard among NFL offenses since he became the starter in 2018.
And he's playing at a very high level here in this early part of the season. In fact, he leads the NFL in passing yards. Now, that's not always an indicator of success, but in his case, it is.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Open man is the tight end, Noah Gray. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Looking underneath, and he finds McKinnon. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. To throw again on second down. Mahomes flushed out right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. And again, it's Mahomes. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Butker's kick here is good. And the Chiefs are out to a 3-0 lead. Well, it's not the touchdown that they wanted, CD, but still, they got to be pretty happy here. You steal the ball away from them on their opening possession, and you turn that into the early 3-0 lead.
Yeah, you painted the picture perfectly there, all the things that have gone on. And the important thing, other than the lead, of course, is as you described, both sides of the ball now have some momentum.
Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. Their second drive with the ballgame charge. Remember last time they threw the interception, but the defense held up. It bent a little but didn't break, only giving up the 3 points.
Yeah, obviously they left some points on the table there their last time out, but boy, they have to thank their defense for holding the opposition just 3 after they threw the pick. Their turn now. Back out on the field, put together a good drive, and get some points of their own.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Now Carr. Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Picked up by Nick Bolton. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. The numbers for Travis Kelce last week. 6 catches, 74 yards. Better tighten up the coverage if you expect to slow this guy down, because if he gets going, he'll eat you up. Here's the rookie out of Rutgers, Isaiah Pacheco. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now Mahomes. And that's caught left side by the tight end Gray. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4. Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on 3rd down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a 1st down. So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. He hit his first one, this from 44 yards out now. Butker's kick here is good, and that will make it 6-0. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points in the end result. Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there. Taking it about the 1. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off. He certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing.
can be, yes, because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it, and let's go with it.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert to first down. Throwing his car on third down. And that is incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. So here are the Chiefs to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak and right now looking good in this one as well. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 43. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Rolling to his right. And that is incomplete. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Here's Mahomes to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
When you run a screen pass really well, you gotta like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
They will get 4 yards here on the 1st down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Mahomes going to throw. It's Kelsey on the ground. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards on the play.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the 1st down.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes steps away to his left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. To throw on 2nd and 10. Mahomes, open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Mahomes to throw once more. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Kadarius Toney, his 4th touchdown on the year. And they're able to add on to their advantage.
They went 5 wide in that offensive set. In racing, going 3 wide's a big deal. To go 5, how about the way that they finish things off?
Did you just fit a race car reference into the game?
Zoom, zoom. How about the way that you play? When you go 5 wide, that means you're going fast now.
Zoom, zoom indeed. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. The partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also...
He's got him in, complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Foster Moreau, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
When you start at your own 20, oftentimes defenses play you for the run. They stack the line of scrimmage. They decided, let's not run into that mess. Let's get outside, get to the perimeter, go high, wide, and handsome, and throw that bad boy downfield.
Beautiful ball, good catch, and then it was off to the races, one play and in the end zone. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 13-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. And here now is Travis Kelce. A September sure treated him kindly. Now we flip over to October. Any reason to think that those numbers drop, or can he keep the pace up?
Well, he can keep the pace up, but it's going to get a lot more difficult now. To me, it's a lot like baseball. All right, when guys, when they first hit the league, whether it's a pitcher or a hitter, and they go through the league the first time and they're hot, they're going, wow, what a phenom. Then they get tape on them, they get scouting reports, they start to do different things. Let's see if he's going to adapt and expand his game in order to keep up that type of production.
That's a good call because he's a known entity. Let's see how they defend him going forward. First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage, 17 on the play. The CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Now a give. This is McKinnon. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Blocking at the point of attack there was very strong. He had a couple of running lanes.
And I never want to overlook the offensive line, but that's what they get paid to do. How about the quarterback? Everyone thinks all he's going to do is throw the football. His movement and deception can help a running game as well.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 46. On first down, McKinnon again. Takes this to the 45. Not much space there after the nice move. On 2nd and 9, Mahomes. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 28. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
As we all know, Kansas City loves speed at the wide receiver position. And Marquez Valdez-Scantling, he's averaged over 17 yards per catch for his 4-year career, and he runs a 4.37 40. With Patrick Mahomes as a quarterback, expect that speed to translate into big shots downfield.
Mahomes now on first down. Another catch for Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
It's a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
From the 22, Mahomes. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jayon Brown. And the Raiders will take over here at their own 12-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's Las Vegas with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Throwing there but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. Here's Carr. And he wisely will throw that one away. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over.
Now this Chiefs offense gets set to go again. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the plague did on the last one.
Mahomes' throw here complete to Kelsey.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And that will be incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away.
It's a 39-yard punt, and good coverage means a loss on the return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner, they can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
He gets this to Devontae Adams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Throw right side into the hands of Foster Moreau. His second catch, this one not quite as dynamic as his first, and it's 2nd down. Carr going to throw. And he'll find Moreau here.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 47. Again, they'll throw with Carr. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Back to throw again.
They swing that out wide to Jacobs. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35.
And yet to run the ball on this drive, but 3rd and short, definitely was a great time to dial right.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Carr. Renfro bringing it in over the middle.
And they'll work this down inside the 30. Now, hang on. We got an injured player down there. Oh, boy, that's Odell Beckham Jr., OBJ, who's hurting. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC.
working with a 2nd and 3. To throw his Carr. Back to Renfro again, complete. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic, and people wanting to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Now Carr again. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. He's at the 40, 20, 10, 5. Now he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown. It gives some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice for such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
Butker now to add the extra point. And the lead is now 13. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Takes it at the 7. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go and try and put some pressure on the defense.
This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Carr going to give it to Jacobs, and he'll be taken down at the 18. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Carr now to throw. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Now we get a stoppage because a member of the Raiders shaken up on that one. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Las Vegas. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Here comes Tony on the return. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over. KC's offense ready to take over. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one. From the 36, Mahomes. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Butker's kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So they'll get the 3. It was 4th and 1, and I think you were doing what I was doing. I was looking down at the sideline. I'm not sure the offensive unit wanted the 3. They wanted to go for it.
But when have we ever seen a unit that didn't want to go for it in that situation, right? Sometimes it's just way more important to have the points on the board than to worry about any type of a gamble.
Free kick out of bounds.
Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Carr throwing the out route incomplete. It's White. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down. And a throw there going to be incomplete. Here's A.J. Cole now to bunt this one away. This is taken at the 18. 13 yards the tally on the return there. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early.
Well, obviously, they never want to see penalties on that defense, but this one a little bit more significant there on the downfield pass play.
And coaches preach it all the time. You can't put yourself in that kind of position if you're the defender. You've got to stay in a spot far downfield where you can play the ball without creating extra contact.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. We've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now here's Mahomes. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Well, from an offense's perspective, that sure was pretty because the corner route is extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is because more and more, tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that will bring up 2nd down.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. It's Kelsey on the ground.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Now it's Mahomes again. And he's got Hardman in the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are able to add on to their first half lead.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Butker on for the PAT. And that PAT pushes the lead up to 23 now. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away.
The Raider offense going to head out now late in this first half. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
Throwing again on second down. Carr, and this is going to be incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Now Carr. Slant to Adams. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Carr's throw pulled in by Renfro.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Carr to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Movement there on the offensive line, a little quick, and a 5-yard penalty.
No, they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll start up at Highmark Stadium, just outside of Buffalo, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Kenny Pickett, 3 touchdown passes as his guys stay unbeaten on the year. From there, we'll head down to Charlotte to check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. And it was the visiting San Francisco 49ers that come in and get the victory. Trey Lance leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. Lastly, we're off to the Rocky Mountains, Denver, Colorado. See what's happening with the Broncos. And they fall in that one to the visiting Indianapolis Colts. Matt Ryan leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. On now to a check on the next-gen stats in the first half for the Raiders. And they've had all sorts of success thus far tonight throwing the football, as they're on pace to throw for 300-plus yards if they continue the way they've been going. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, they too were able to take advantage of a soft secondary, as both of these two teams really threw the ball at will in that first half.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. McCole Hardman to return it from his end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard lines, and the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking sideline, incomplete. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It'll go as a gain of 10 on a Kansas City first down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Mahomes now to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
But Josh McDaniels, he had his mind made up on that one. He disagrees, and he'll throw the challenge flag. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. From the 45 on 2nd down. Mahomes. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 33. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Now Mahomes. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. And the Raiders force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the 2nd half.
Now they just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take advantage of those opportunities, and this is a good one right in front of them.
Now left side on the swing pass. For a first down screen pass, good for 5. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Carr.
On the out route, this is Adams with a catch. Carr finding his former college teammate Adams there for the Raider first.
Throwing now is Carr. Being chased out left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
I think we've seen this before. If someone's down 3 scores, that situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Carr. That is incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss.
He's got a man, complete.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. And most people think of Derek Carr kind of as a guy who excels throwing the short pass, but he can dial it up when need be.
Well, one way or the other, you knew they'd have to push the ball downfield on 3rd and long, but I'm not sure the defense was expecting to push it that far downfield. Their math didn't add up, but it certainly did for the offense.
And that one covering an even 63 yards in the air. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Shotgun now for Carr. His throw caught at about the 5.
Complete to Josh Jacobs. 1st and goal.
They go power. This is Johnson, the fullback. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. Jacobs. No signal, and now they say he did not get in. He is stonewalled at the 1. Jacobs again. And I don't think he got in. He did not. They mark him short of the goal line. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh,
right?
yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
They'll run for it. This is White. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Zamir White, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. This defense held out as long as they could, but ultimately the running game wears them down from the 1-yard line.
And that gets set up throughout the entire drive, doesn't it? And when you put those big bodies and determination into that carry, the end result, touchdown.
So now Carr, he'll lead the Raiders up to go for 2. Carr will look to throw. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. But still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure. But that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready. Because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. And out come the Chiefs now. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. And this pass caught by Gray. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory, right at the 40. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. from the 38. Mahomes, a dump down to McKinnon. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is third down. Mahomes going to throw. Buying time to his... And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Max Crosby able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Max Crosby is really starting to get his due around the league as one of the best young pass rushers in the game. 25 sacks in his first 3 seasons.
Here's the Chiefs punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
And they'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Throwing his car on third down. He hits Adams, complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's a much-needed completion right there on third down. Really a sigh of relief, isn't it? They're backed up deep. You know they don't want to give the ball back to the other guys. A great field position. They needed that throw, that completion, that first down.
Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. On 2nd and 9. Carr. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this third quarter of play. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And this is going to be incomplete. Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Fair catch called for, no gimme in these conditions, but he's able to look this one in. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. Here's Mahomes to throw. Screen play, McKinnon. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes, a dump down to McKinnon. Oh, what a juke into space. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards.
And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we could at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there. Yeah, and this defense has had its share of problems getting guys to the ground. And here's another example. They never should have allowed this play to gain as many yards as it did. But poor tackling early in the play led to big yardage after the fact.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he goes down at the 26. A pickup at 13, and that last play began at the 13. First down.
When the hitch route is run really well, that jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space, all you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage, and that's exactly what he got done there.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the fourth quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up.
We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC. The offense on 3rd down tonight, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. This offensive line, they're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what we said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
Throwing now is Mahomes. The quick slant caught. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. On 2nd and goal, Mahomes. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Jerry Tillery running in there and setting him down.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Butker's kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
Well, you know, normally I get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. So out come the Raiders.
Well, just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish.
And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
Oh, man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Another try after the 1st down sack. Carr. It's caught here by Adams. They'll wind up getting 10 back there as they'll leave them with a 3rd and 5. Carr now to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot. Couldn't connect.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Raiders try it on fourth down, but to no avail. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, they will run with McKinnon. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Mahomes is going to run the option left. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? Now here's Mahomes. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Juju Smith-Schuster, 27 yards. And the Chiefs are closing in on a 4-1 start as they extend their 4th quarter lead. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the 4th quarter after that one, CD. And he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence, because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense. He made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
An extra point by Butker is on target, and they open the lead up now to 25. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again. Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr, dancing to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Again, it's Carr. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Jacobs. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Carr. Same target. It's Jacobs again. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. Throwing again on 2nd down. Carr. And it's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Going up top. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Now Carr, got to have this one. He's going to let it go again. And it's incomplete. So that's the second time this game they've given it up on fourth down, and now 1 for 3 on fourth down conversion tries.
But they must feel good about what they're doing, right? They continue to go for it on fourth down. Give the defense a lot of credit, though. They've stopped them 2 out of 3 times. Usually, you have fourth down plays that you have dialed up and ready to go and you think are going to be successful. Not so far in this game.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he stopped immediately there.
The tackle by no gain on the play. It's now third and 8.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Mahomes to MVS there for the Kansas City first. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6. McKinnon. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. So this one in the win column for Kansas City. If you step back and look at this, CD, a pretty impressive victory. Not the best defense in the NFL they were going against, but it is a top 10 defense in this league, and they're pretty sound, but yet they found a way to get it done and get the victory.
Yeah, I got to give them credit because I think their game plan was really, really strong for this one. They knew where they wanted to attack. They knew how they wanted to execute, and they did it with confidence and a little bit of verve as well.
So for Kansas City, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Buffalo Bills next week. Meanwhile, for Las Vegas, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And perhaps fortunately for them, they'll get an early bye next week and come back to action in Week 7.